Ever wondered why NoFap or quitting PMO makes so many guys more socially confident? Well, the truth is that there are many reasons behind this. It could be related to hormones. For some guys, it could be related to improved self-discipline, reduced shame, reduced anxiety, and a sense of accomplishment. And I could go on and on. But one reason that I personally find the most interesting is found in the science of dopamine receptors. Yes, I just read another study, a fascinating PET scan study that looked at dopamine D2 receptors and social desirability, and I found something super interesting. Before I continue, if you're new here, I'm Scandinavian Bob, a real person behind this video who has been involved in the porn addiction community for 13 years by now, so if you're tired of all the fake AI stuff, consider giving me a like and subscribe, and we'll continue. Okay, so what is social desirability? Well, it refers to the tendency of individuals to respond in a way that is socially acceptable or favorable, rather than providing honest and accurate answers. In other words, one could say it's how much we care about being liked and accepted. It's also linked to submissiveness versus dominance. And listen to this, the study found that lower dopamine D2 receptor binding in the brain correlated with higher social desirability scores, meaning people who had less dopamine D2 receptors were more likely to be socially submissive, hesitant, apologetic, overly agreeable, being kind of the opposite of socially confident. And people who had more dopamine D2 receptors were more socially dominant and secure in themselves. And if you didn't know, all addictions can knock out your dopamine D2 receptors, so you get less of them with time. And so too can watching a lot of adult websites, especially if you're addicted to them, but even if you're not. So what this means is that frequent fapping to adult online websites could increase social submissiveness over time. But what's so fascinating about this is that when you go on a NoFap journey and you quit using adult sites, those small D2 receptors will grow back, and as your receptors recover, so too does your ability to be more assertive, more socially engaging, more dominant in conversations, or just more secure in yourself. Now, there are a lot of other good benefits that come along with having more dopamine receptors than just increased confidence. In fact, they are too numerous to mention in one single video. So let's just make a quick top 5 benefits list. With a better functioning dopamine system, you will be able to, number 1, focus better. Number 2, have more motivation and drive. Yes, this is really a super big one, because with a broken dopamine system, you will struggle so much with this. I know I sure did back when I was addicted. Number 3, have more energy. Number 4, have better mood. This is also a really big one. Number 5, get more pleasure and joy out of life. Yes, this one here is great because it affects your entire life. It is like you are changing your pleasure thermostat, so you feel more pleasure and joy from all those small things in your day-to-day life. Things like making yourself a cup of coffee and sitting down at your kitchen table reading the newspaper, listening to music, talking to a friend, making yourself dinner, playing a game, and on and on and on. Yeah, so I really would like to emphasize that walking on this no PMO journey is not just about quitting a habit. It's about rewiring your brain for confidence and strength, and ultimately for a better life. But since today's video was about social confidence, the next time you're having urges and you feel like giving in, remember, you're not just doing NoFap. You're reclaiming your social power. And okay guys, if you want to know what the biggest factors are that determine how long your recovery is going to take, you can click on the video you see on the screen right here, because over there you'll discover what they are, and I'm sure some of them might surprise you quite a lot. Just click on it right now and you'll see exactly what I mean. This is Scandinavian Bob signing out for today. Consider subscribing for more, and I'll see you in the next one.